What's going on, guys? It's Justin from Push and Profit. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day today. Now, normally I talk about exactly or break down exactly how I was able to make my, $100, $200, $300, sometimes even $1,000 in a day, right? Normally those are the type of videos that I uploaded, but I kind of wanted to break down how much do you actually need to make a certain amount. So for today, I want to talk about how much you need to bring in $200 a day, right? Now, by the way, I just want to clear, guys, that I am a little under the weather. I don't know what it is. I just did the test for, Corona, so we'll see what ends up happening. But, I wasn't going to let that stifle me from my day. That's one of the best things about day trading is, today I cleared $200 around two something, and yesterday I cleared around $200. There's a lot of jobs out there or just certain trades where in reality, if you're sick, you just cannot perform. For example, if you're a mechanic and you own your own body shop and you work on cars, if you are sick, unfortunately, you just had to take that day off, and it might stifle, how many cars you get to work on, how much money you get to make. But, fortunately, as a trader, me being sick, I'm still able to trade from my bedroom. If you guys could tell, I'm done for the day. I don't like to overtrade, but I was trading today, right? And that's how I brought in, a little over 200 today and a little bit over 200 yesterday, right? So anyways, breaking it down, I have the trusty silver board. I had this in a video a long time ago. One of my first videos on this channel where I talk about like what you need to, or actually I talked about the difference between day trading and long-term investing. But I brought the board back, right? It's a little bent, but hey, it's a useful board, right? So we're gonna be talking about $200 a day. One of the first things you got to realize is this attainable for someone who is starting out, right? So I'm going to also break that down in this video. So first of all, the principle that you would need to make $200 a day, right? The principle would be $10,000, right? Now, I get it. If you don't have $10,000 right now, that's obviously something you could work towards as well. I didn't have $10,000 when I first started. And I don't think $10,000 is a difficult thing to obtain, right? Now, I talked about in a recent video how one of my regrets as someone who's 24 right now was that when I was 16 to 18, I was making $9 an hour for 2 years, and had I just saved that money, I would have already saved like $20,000 in those 2 years, right? But instead, I ended up, buying ridiculous things like clothes and stuff that don't even fit me, right? But anyways, I'm not going to talk about your personal finances in this video. That's not the purpose of this video. But I want to say is that, if you just adjust your lifestyle and your habits, saving $10,000 is attainable, right? So anyways, once you reach that point, okay, you have your principal, $10,000. The goal to make $200 a day would be 2% a day. You would need to do 2% daily, right? 5 days a week, 2%. And that's what you would need, right? With 2% of 10,000, that would equate to $200 a day, right? Now, is 2% something that is attainable for someone that's starting out? Yes and no, right? Now, what I like to say is that a goal is something to work towards and not necessarily something you got to hit. For example, my goal is to hit 2% a day. And, for the past 2 days, with my account size, I have not hit 2% a day, right? I unfortunately haven't reached it. 2% a day for me, I'm not sure if like how to do the math right now because I don't feel like doing it, but it would be a significant amount of money, right? For that, like I'm trading with an account size of 30,000, so 2% might be like $600 a day if I'm doing the math off the top of my head. You guys could fact check me in the comment section, right? Anyways, with an account of $10,000, 2% of the day, it is obtainable. It's not something that is, out of the question like 10%, 5%, 20% in a day. However, like I said, a goal is something to work towards. You're not going to hit it every day. Some days I do hit the 2% easily, and some days it comes more of a struggle. That's just what it is when it comes to day trading. It's not like a job where you work and whatever. You could do a terrible job working. You could work amazing and you get paid the same because you're working by the hour. It's not the case when it comes to day trading, right? Time in the market does not equate to more money in the market, right? It's all about, cutting your losses, managing your risk, a lot of things come into play. But it is obtainable, right? Now, 2% a day, if you do that for the whole month, that equates to 40% a month, which equates to 4K a month, right? Now, of course, after a while, you could scale this up. Now, what do I mean is that, eventually, once you already feel more comfortable with your position size and just your trades and in general, you can not scale up your percent goal for the day, but scale up your principal. So eventually you could trade with 20,000, you could trade with 30,000, you could trade with 50,000, right? Or just even 100,000, depending on what stocks you're trading, right? So that's the whole goal, work with your principal, work towards a principal. It could, you could do this with, if it's 5,000, then, to get 200 a day, you would have to do 4%, which, in my opinion, I think that becomes a little bit more unrealistic. But however, just work towards your goal, right? If you only have $5,000 right now, work towards saving up to 10,000. But with that 5,000, you could do 2% a day, and that would equate to $100 a day, right? And I'm going to put this board down because I think you guys kind of understand what I'm saying with the board. And plus, my arm is kind of getting tired. I've been sick. I haven't been hitting the gym. I'm kind of getting weak. So I just wanted to kind of break that down for you guys, because I haven't normally really broken down how much you need to make 2% a day, or not, $200 a day. I feel like that's a question that a lot of people ask me, especially when they first get started. They're like, hey, Justin, how much do I need to do this so that eventually I could quit my job? And one of the first things I say is that, when you first get started, it's not about how much money you make. You have to start getting comfortable with trading in the market. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's something that's very difficult, but once you get there, it's very rewarding. For example, once you get hired to a new job, immediately you start getting paid and you start seeing the benefits. However, that's not the same case with trading. But with trading, there's so much more reward that comes with it. For example, I've been like dog sick and I've been at home and I still have the opportunity to trade. There's no one telling me what to do. I just recently quit my job at the bank, and I was very miserable. I'm gonna be honest, like I was all day doing things that I really didn't want to do, and it was just like constant task, just I didn't have the freedom. Versus with trading, today I spoke with my aunt for like about 40 minutes while I was in a trade. I don't recommend that, but hey, it is something that you can do. Now, I don't want to just keep glorifying trading, because that's not obviously the purpose of this video. I just wanted to take the time to tell you guys to set a goal, a realistic goal, of course, and work towards that. Work towards, building that principle, work towards trading that goal, and work towards getting comfortable to a point where eventually you could scale up your account and start trading with more, start reaping more rewards. Now, with that being said, I hope, I didn't confuse you guys with any of the math. I know a lot of the math, I did it in my head. So hopefully I wasn't wrong. With that being said, if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I'll try to answer everyone as much as I can. Also, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And then last thing, I know I said like so many things, right? But all the things I mentioned, there haven't been hard requests. But the last thing, I do have a free Facebook group. It's called the Push and Profit Facebook group. If you guys join, it's just a community of individuals that are interested in trading, so we could kind of engage and learn from one another. So if you guys are interested, make sure to check the description and click that link below. And with that being said, guys, my name is Justin from Push and Profit. I know I'm sick. Hopefully I'll get better, and I'm out. Peace.